Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today, let's talk about something different. Let's talk about vendors, especially the script authors who are on Tradingview who publish and manage their invite-only scripts. Being vendor myself, it takes a lot of time managing access to the published scripts. There'll be a lot of people asking for trials every day, people subscribing, canceling subscription, asking to change their the product, they subscribe something, but they want something else and all. And also there'll be people due to time zone differences, sometimes I get called in the midnight asking that I've done the purchase, can I please get the access now. And overall, it takes a lot of time. Not only it takes a lot of time, it also affects the quality of life, and also health of script vendors. So always thought that it will be very good to have an automated way of providing an access. But TradingView at present doesn't have any such features which we can make use to automate the access to the given scripts, our invite-only scripts. But having said that, there are already a lot of vendors, the large-scale vendors, who have done it already, and who manage their access automatically. Just a few days ago, it was a close discussion, and there was this guy, Sean from Luxalgo, and I casually asked, him, they must be having a lot of subscribers every month and every day, and how do they manage their access? It can't be, it's very impractical to be, all these things to be manual. And Sean was kind enough to answer, and he was also kind enough to explain most of his workflows and what all the tools they use, how their system is, integrated with each other, and all these things. While doing that, I also mentioned that they use a system which uses the cookies and make backend calls to TradingView to manage this access. So then I thought, why shouldn't I try something similar to save my time, and started working on that. And today, just a few days ago, I was able to completely develop my develop this automated system for myself. So I don't need to go and give access for any trials or any purchases right now. So it all happens automatically. With that, I did that for myself, and also I thought, I'll create something which is so reusable, which is generic, which can be used by other vendors as well, and it can be a good help for them. So I went on and created this particular repo, which contains all the things which I described now. And I also documented in this repo how to make use of this, and what are the different APIs available, what parameters you need to give, and all these things. Let's go through it one by one now, and let's actually run through all the APIs once, so that it will be helpful. It will be easy for you, being a vendor, to follow this more easily. So in order to use this, first thing what you need to do is you need to clone this. Similarly as before, I've done the work, most of the work in Replit again. So you just need to go to the replit link, which is given here in the repo. It's the same code, but it's there. It's actually hosted on the Replit platform. So it will take you to this page where what you can do is you can click here and you can fork. And once you fork, it will create your own copy of the script, not script. It will create your own copy of this repo. And instead of what you see here is TradingView Access Management.Trendoscope REPL.co. Instead of Trendoscope, you will see your Replit username there. Right? Once this is done, you have the code. Now what you need to do, next thing what you need to do is you need to set some environment variables. So to access a management, it needs your username and password. So you need to set it in the environment variables here in the secrets. Environment variables, TV username, TV password, it has to be exact name. And I will not open this because it will reveal my password now. So once you set this, you are ready to run this one. So once you set this username password, just run the REPL by clicking on run here, and soon it will say that your bot is alive, and you get this endpoint which you can make use to manage access. So now this is now your platform is up and running, and you don't see any errors here. You can see you can just have a keep an eye on the log. If you see any error messages here, the no error messages here, then what you can do is explore rest of the features. So we are done till here. We run the REPL. We've created a clone and we run the REPL. Now going to the usage, there are 4 API methods. One is validate, and the next 3 are related to access. Access get, access delete, and access post. Right? I'll explain what these are. So validate is used to validate a Tradingview username. Right? So I'll go to Postman here and try to run this one. So if I go to Postman, validate username. So use the same hostname which you see on the replit, which is here, same hostname, and use the same hostname and slash validate slash username, whatever the username you want to validate. So right now I'm using Trendoscope as the username, which is other account which I have created for my testing purpose. And if you run this one, it's already, you can see the response here. If you run it now, it will say that it's a valid user and verified username is this. Now, if I say if somebody signs some gibberish here, and if you try to validate this, and it's not a valid username because it's some random characters, right? Similarly, any username you can actually try, and it will give you a response saying that whether the user is valid or not. So this is required because sometimes users do not give right username when they request for access. Sometimes what they mistake it for emails, or sometimes they make spelling mistakes and all these things. So it's essential to verify the username before going ahead with next steps of providing access or updating access. Okay, so this is the first step, and let's go to the next one, which is related to access, and it is get access username. So this is used for getting the access which is already there for the user on particular script. So let's go here. So it's a similar, the host name which is there on the replit, and then slash access slash username, and also it has a payload. It has a payload where we provide the details like the pine IDs. Pine IDs are nothing but unique IDs for each script. How do you find it? It's a easy step to find that one. Go to any script which you have, any invite only scripts, and go to the manage access and more tools and developer tools. You just go to the developer tools, and sometimes it will open in the same browser itself. I've just docked it here outside. Um, so in this one, when you click on manage access uh, and search for Trendoscope. Okay, so when you do this, you can see the backend calls here, right? You can see this. These are the backend calls which are run, and the same thing which we are running internally as well, but we are kind of automating it. We are trying to wrap it with something nice rather than trying to send cookies and all these things. So if you look at this, if you look at the payload, you can see you get the pub ID here. So the same pub ID, I'll be using it here as well. If you look at this one of the script which is here, you can use more than one pine ID as well, or you can just use one as well, right? So I use this one now. This is for the auto harmonic patterns, ultimate X. Also, let's do the other one as well. Let's go to the other one, and more tools, developer tools, get it here, and then let's just search for Trendoscope. Okay, keep this back here, and the last call, you can see the pub ID, right? 9A. So I'll copy this pub ID, and I'll post it here. I'll post it here instead of what is present here. So we have the pub IDs of two scripts which we have in front of us, and we need to know what is the current access for this user for these publications. So I'll send this one, send this request. So I got this. Now it has publication ID, username, and it doesn't have access to the first script. No expiration, it is not questioned because it doesn't have an access. Current expiration, it will give the last the present date. If it doesn't have access, if it has no expiration, it will give the present date. But you can ignore this if any of if has access is false or no expiration is equal to true, you can ignore this field. And similarly for the second one, for 9A, which is auto chat patterns, I think. Yeah, auto chat patterns. We can see that it has access till 27th August. You can see this here, 27th August 2022. When no expiration is false, it doesn't have lifetime access and has access equal to true. Okay, so we got now how much access the present, the present user has on these scripts. Now, if you want to remove the access, let's say if you want to remove the access, similarly, the endpoint is same, access slash username, but instead of get, what we'll use here is delete. So the protocol, the HTTP protocol which is used is delete, and the payload will remain same. It will contain pine IDs for which access needs to be removed. Okay, I'll run this one. Right, so it says success for both. First one anyway didn't had any access, so it got removed. The second also got removed. So now it says it removed all the access for this user for these two scripts. Let's go and check. Still shows here, that's okay. So maybe I'll just close this once. I'll refresh this once. Oh, it is still there. Maybe it didn't actually work because the first script doesn't have access. Maybe let's do one thing. I'll give access to the first script as well. Why? Okay. I don't know why it's not coming. Okay, let's do this. I'll just add 27 to this as well. Now go back to this, get access. Uh-oh. Okay, I was probably running just get access, not delete. Maybe that's why it didn't run. It did run. Right, let's try. Access, no expiration, access. Okay, let's try again. Okay, has access true, has access is false. Did I? Okay, sorry. I was actually running on a different pub here. I didn't copy the same pub here. That's why we're not able to see that. So let's copy this back here. And send this cancellation. And yeah, it has access, but it's revoked it now. So if you check now, both of them will not have any more access to this one. So yeah, you cannot see that here. You can also check here, Trendoscope. It's present here if you can give access, but already given access list, it is not there. Right? And similarly, if you go here, it shows here, but when you search, it's gone. It refreshes when you search, so it's gone. So we're able to remove the access now. So now let's give the access to the same script using the post method. So what we check now is how to get the existing access for a user and how to remove the access and how to, like right now what we'll do is how to give additional access to the script. Okay, so this post method also will have the same endpoint. Again, instead of get or delete, the protocol will be post. And the payload will have one more thing other than pine ID here. So it has pine ID, which is nothing but the same IDs which is present here. I'll just copy the same thing so that I'll not do the same mistake again. So it has the fine IDs, and then it contains duration. So duration has to be in specific format. For example, 7 days means it will give access to 7 days, or if the user already have an access, it will extend the access by 7 days. Okay, so let's try this, right? And it gave access till 26th of August for both the scripts. If you look at this, so the access is there till 26th of August. So if I go back here, see this 26th of August here, right? And go back here. So access at 26th of August. So if I run this again, it will increase the access by 7 more days. So it will go to 2nd of September. And similarly, if you want to increase it by 1 week or 2 weeks instead of giving days, you can actually do 2W, which means it will increase by 2 weeks, 14 days. Right, again, for months, you can use 1 month, something like this, right? So it went to October 16th, and then for year, you can use Y, right? So it went to 2023, expiration moved to 2023. And then how do you give lifetime access? So lifetime access, if you give L, it will give an error because this duration is always read in two parts. One is a number part, and as well as the access type part. So 1 month, 2 days, 3 weeks, something like that. So if it is a lifetime, we just need to give a number. It can be any number, and then L. So it means it will give a lifetime access. Right now the access is there till 2023 October 16. You can see that. Let me run this again. Yeah, 2023 October 16th. So right now what I'll do, I'll give a lifetime access to both of them. Right, so it has the lifetime access now. So no expiration is true for both of them. And if I run this again, you can see no expiration. Right, no expiration. That's all. So these are the methods which you can use to manage access. And as I said, this is just a start. There's still a lot of work to be done in order to completely automate. But that's a different discussion. It will take more time to explain, so I'll leave that for a different discussion, and or I'll leave that to you to explore further. And that's all for today. And thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good weekend. Bye.